All that matters is that you made the coffee fresh and delicious, just the way I like it. Thank you, Pika. You're an amazing executive producer. I'm sorry for all those mean things I said about you yesterday. The day before, no, not at all. Welcome back. Once again, it is time for the Comics Coffee Table. That's right, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily we premiere. But the show is built for you to tune in at any time of the day when you're available and ready to have a coffee break or just a break. Bring a snack. We love snacks here. Pull up a chair. This is our very own Comics Coffee Table. Look at that fresh, hot, delicious. If you like coffee, bring tea, bring hot cocoa, have a soda pop. We call it tonic here in Boston. Pre-recorded, but live before a studio audience, before a live studio audience of My Stuffed Animals. Here from Boston studios. That's a good cuppa. The coffee table was always where my friends and I would congregate and shoot the breeze. There was always a stack of books. A stack of movies. It's October, so we're watching horror movies. That's a stack of movies if I've ever seen one. Whoa. You got my back, right? You're going to protect me? Shocking. Exactly. There would be a stack of video games. There would be a stack of music. And always a stack of comic books, too. Comic books, funny books, serialized periodical publications. You know? And we, on this show, a big part of this show is we're rebagging, reboarding, and reboxing my entire collection. I thought it would make great content, just shooting the breeze, talking about comic books for a couple of minutes in our busy day. You know, along the way, I got these two books. My parents got me these two books for Christmas last year. The Overstreet Guide to Grading Comics and the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide, 52nd edition. There's a new one out too. I haven't got it yet, you know, and I feel a little bad that I haven't. But you can get both of these from your local comic book shop. If they don't have it in stock, you can ask them to special order it for you. You know, seriously. So yeah, my parents gave me these books for Christmas last year, and so this season is dedicated to my parents. Thank you. I love you. And yeah, I'm literally handling every single floppy I have. I don't find the term floppy to be negative. I just so, you know, away with your fabricated outrages, please. This is a safe space. No, it's not. Oh, man. But yeah, I am rebagging, reboarding, reboxing my entire collection. So I need supplies. And so I go to my local comic book shop every Wednesday for new releases. I love it. It's part of my culture. It's a touchstone. It's social. I love talking to the staff. I love talking to other customers. I love seeing, hey, what are you buying? You liking this? And, you know, stuff like that. Also, while I'm there, since I'm rebagging, reboarding, reboxing my entire collection, I need supplies. So I'm getting my boxes there. I'm getting acid-free backing boards. And I'm getting snugs. And I'm also agreeing to pay the retail price as well. I could be getting all of these supplies a lot cheaper online or at a big box store. But how does that help my local comic? How does that help my local comic book shop, my LCS? I want to help be part of the solution. And give my LCSs there some patronage, you know? Spend my money there. That's that. I mean, because they are touchstones of our culture. And if you don't have a local comic book shop around, your mailbox could be your local comic book shop. There's a link in the description. Hit up Yule Carter of Fantastic Comics in Berkeley, California. He can help you out. Seriously, he's helped me out. And I'm definitely hitting him up again for more. Seriously. That's, so that's your business with him and Fantastic Comics. But yeah, use the link, hit him up. If you might not have a local comic book shop, but your mailbox is right there, isn't it? There you go. That's a solid lead. And this is an unpaid advertisement too. I mean, I'm his friend, and I'm also a customer. Good stuff. It came promptly too, in a nice and correctly packed in a Gemini mailer. Thank you. Exactly. I'm blessed and grateful. How are you doing? I hope that you're clobbering your problems and not being clobbered by them. We're about to finish a long box, and then we'll be down to 2 long boxes, winding up this era of the show. I mean, very soon, it's going to be mission complete when it comes to this migration. I shouldn't be lifting this up. I just had hernia surgery. It's pre-recorded. I'm recovering from hernia surgery this week and next week. I've got a couple of weeks off of work to properly heal, and I'm gonna just rest and not strain my gut by any heavy lifting. I'm a chef, so at work I got 50-pound sacks of potatoes, 50-pound sacks of all-purpose flour, 25 pound sacks of onions, or crate of fresh fish. It's usually 20 to 25 pounds. I gotta, lay off the heavy stuff for a couple of weeks and heal. So that's about that. But it's time. Every time I need a new box, I'm going to show you how it's done. This is the 6-step pictogram on your instructions. It doesn't even have to be in English. That could be, we could white this out and put it in French. Be good. Always check to make sure that your box has a lid. They're always inside. They're not attached. So it could fall out in transit. So when you're at your point of sales origin point there, just double check and make sure that your box, whether it's a long box or a short box, that it came with a lid and everything. They're pre-cut. They might be a little attached, with it just like one little thing. So you can always just use a little pressure and you pop it open. It's been my direct experience that you don't want to take a blade or like a box cutter and start cutting things. You might go to, use your best sense. So yeah, we fold this, we put the tabs into the slots. These are the best slot in comic books right here. That's a you dance slot. You dance slot. These are the slots that matter in comics. Tabs into slots. So we're gonna fold, tabs into slots. Tab A into slot B. That's how you got here. Fold that over. Fold it in. Tabs into slots. There you go. Now you have a lid. Here's your box. Here are your handle holes right here. As I was saying to you, these are a little connected by just hanging on by a thread. You know what I mean? You can see the perforation there. It's mostly cut, and it's got that to secure it. Just give it a little bit like that. All right? Not too hard. You don't want to rip it. You don't want to break, There you go. And for the other side as well, just a little bit of pressure. Yeah, there you go. Now it's free. All righty. We fold in this first part. We fold in the second part. You want to bring up, Put these flush with the sides for your handholds. Match up. Fold down. And here we go. Now you have a comic book box and a lid that can support weight of your comics. And that's that. That's how we make a short or long box. Same thing applies. So yeah, check out this, this is pretty light because it's pretty empty. We see stains, moisture stains, all over this box. This box has done its duty. It's time to retire it. It's got a busted out corner as well. You'll be going into recycling today, old friend, because we are emptying out this box. You are done. Dun, dun, dun. We will deconstruct this box the way we constructed the last one. This has been around for 18 years. This is an 18-year-old box. This is an end of an era. Thank you, box, for your service. You protected the contents. You've done your duty. I'm putting you into recycling. Wouldn't it be great if you got recycled as a new comic book? See, it's done its duty. It was falling apart. Seriously. Here we go. To recycling with you. Wow, there's an old receipt in here too. Wow, this is from when? Wow, this is from the Million Year Picnic, 99 Mount Auburn Street, Cambridge, Massachusetts, 02138. It's a receipt for $35.16. What did I buy on that day? 10 years ago, a decade ago, on March the 1st, 2013. Wow. They're still open. They're a Million Year Picnic. They are New England's oldest comic book shop. Opened in 1974. And hopefully they'll be open a lot longer too. So next year they'll be celebrating their 50th anniversary. I love comic book shops. Yeah, so let's get with it. It's the end of the Mostly Marvel box. I did not save the best for last. They're just the last. Here's one. I might have shown it to you before. This is Optic Nerve. And it's an independent comic book. And it's got a sporadic release comic. Optic Nerve comic, not the Optic Nerve itself. Optic Nerve Comics. I'm going to read this from, you guessed it, the Wiki. Optic Nerve is a comic book series by cartoonist Andrew Tomine, originally self-published by Tomine in 1991 as a series of mini-comics, which have been later collected in a single volume called 32 Stories. The series has been published by Drawn Quarterly since 1995. This is Drawn Quarterly is a publishing company based in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, specializing in comics. It publishes primarily comic books, graphic novels, and comic strip collections. The books it published are noted for their artistic content as well as the quality of printing and design. Tomine's style and subject matter are restrained and realistic, and many are set in Northern California. Many of his stories for Optic Nerve feature Asian American characters. Tomine is Asian American and lives in Brooklyn, New York. Many topics of his stories are at least partly autobiographical. It's been going on since 1991, and there are 14 issues as of 2019. This is issue 12. I bought it. Then, yeah. Issue 13, issue 12 is the first issue to include interior color, and it was published in September of 2011. Yeah, let's look at the indicia. Doing the indicia. Yep, 2011, huh? I just saw it on the shelf, and I decided, take a chance on indie comics. Comics just aren't superhero fare. There's like a lot going on in comics that covers a large amount of storytelling. Yeah, huh? It's got that like Tintin kind of style to it, you know what I mean? And slice of life, quirky, Yeah, that's about it, But yeah, there's adult situations and people and talking, and that's about it. Yeah, it's all right. I'm glad I got it. That's the inside cover. Used every, and there we go. And that is Optic Nerve, number 12. Is it getting a new bag? No, sorry. It's not. Here we go. We got some. I was really into the new Avengers series. I wasn't really an Avengers fan growing up. My earliest interaction with the Avengers had to have been when I was a kid in the hospital. I had asthma growing up, and I was in the hospital a lot. Poor mum. She had it usually struck at night, then had to get stay overnight or for a few days, to get better. But they would always come by, my aunties, my mom, loved ones, and they would bring me comic books to keep me company. Mad Magazine, and I remember having this digest sized of some Avengers reprints, and how they it was like Avengers versus Ultron. I remember Ultron scaring me, like with the Kirby crackle and that face of his, that head that Ultron had, and it looks like a dentist's chair, and the lamp, you know what I mean, with the handles on the side, and it's kind of like oval, and that face that Ultron has, original Ultron, just it's very scary. Let's see this. Here's a random issue of Daredevil. After the Bendis run came the Mark Waid run, and this is a .1 issue. See, it's got a special issue numbering. This is $2.99. Let's find the indicia. June of 2012. Daredevil number 10.1. So what's a .0 issue? There was also .2 issues, blah blah, woof woof, yakety schmackety. It was meant to fit in between two other issues, but this just happened during the events of issues 10 and issues 11. But I'm not sure if it's writers Mark Waid, art by Koi Pham, and it's purple. Purple's been in comics for all the time, Sully. Cirque du Soleil. There in 2012, and now Disney has just bought the Marvel. Look, the Avengers had just come out in the movie theaters. And here, just like here's your origin issue. This is like an origin story. Boom, right there at the beginning. Told in the narrative captions and in flashbacks. really quick, catch you up. So I'm not sure this happens between, like, just issue 10 and 11 of the original Daredevil series, because he would have had a different costume, his original yellow costume. So Marvel .1. Let's see if there's a wiki for this. Start reading with these .1 issues. House of Ideas proudly presents an exciting collection of one-shots that bring the history of its greatest heroes into the modern era of, so the .1 issues start around there. And it's just an interesting, it's a jump-on spot for a new reader. And there was actually a comic called Marvel .1. What is a Marvel Point? Issues that were part of the Marvel .1 initiative feature full-length, self-contained stories that serve as a jump-on points for new readers. There was all different .1. There was Avengers Volume 4, Issue 12.1, X-Men Legacy, number 260.1, Amazing Spider-Man 699.1, Avenging Spider-Man 15.1, Amazing Spider-Man 654.1. And they're just meant to be little stories to fit into the pre-existing canon. Yeah. And that's about it. Daredevil. It's a Daredevil story. That's about it. Yeah. Mark Waid doing his job, writing decent, superhero fare. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing much to see here. Got this random issue of Spider-Man Unlimited. What is this? Spider-Man Unlimited. This is like an anthology series. July 2005. I've been a big Spider-Man fan all my life. This is an anthology. You got Christopher Yost and Drew Johnson, and then in the second you got art by Cully Hamner, who's really interesting. Your dramatis personae there, you got Spidey, Mary Jane, Electro, Ben Grimm, Reed Richards, Johnny Storm. We got a video game ad, but yeah, this came out in July of 2005. And it's just a random... They're just random Spider-Man stories. It looks really digital, too. This was like the beginning of the end of... Hey, look, video game ad. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Big Star Wars fans here. Yeah, digital lettering. This has been going on for over 20 years now, and I'm still bitching about it, huh? I like when Spider-Man eats, because he does, he's got, a lot in his, he expends a lot of energy. He should be eating, Spidey and MJ. Look, video game ad. Hey, look, video game ad. Adult Swim. And we've got Full Metal Alchemist on home video as well. The Lords of Dogtown. This was a skateboarding movie with the late Heath Ledger. Who else was in this? Johnny Knoxville. And Yeah. That's all I really... But Cully Hamner's... I like Cully Hamner's style. I like his art. We got two... Hey, look, a video game ad. It's just just two Spider-Man stories. That's it. And just, it's not like... You don't have to, like, know your continuity. You don't have to be completely entrenched in, like, what's going on. It is what it is. It's just a nice little story. Stories. That's that. New Avengers. I loved the New Avengers for what it was. So we got Bendis and Little Yu was on that for a while. We got an annual. And hey, look, that's Echo. This is where Echo came from. Brian Bendis and the Avengers. Oh wow! Look at all the characters on this. So this is an annual. There's Ronan. I wonder if this has this is a wow, look, purple. When did this come out? That's Maria Hill in S.H.I.E.L.D. We know our S.H.I.E.L.D., huh? Where is the indicia for this? But yeah, the New Avengers. So they are the street level team. And remember, Echo's deaf. She can read lips. She can also mimic any martial arts style she sees. And there's Clint as Ronan. This is a great scene where she's in the he's in the shower, and it's just some random Bendis stuff. But like, Clint's in the shower, and of course, because Echo can't hear that the water's running because she's deaf, and she opens the door, and he's like, "Hey, in or out?" Which is great because she just leaves. But that's Clint Barton for you, notorious cape chaser. Loves he chases. Oh wow, good fight scene. Look at that, boom, great panels. But by this time, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones are married. They got baby Danielle. Yeah, look at all the purple. Purple's been going on for a while, huh? And at the top of Avengers Tower, you got the whole Sentry thing. That was spooky. But that's a weird kind of annual because that just fits into everything that's going on. My least favorite kind of annual. Interesting. Who's the Daredevil? Is that supposed to be Echo? This is from November of 2007. New Avengers, issue 34. And here is your info dump page. After the superhuman Civil War, Luke Cage, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Spider-Woman, who's actually the Skrull Queen, went underground rather than register their identities with the government. Remember, Spider-Man had to make a deal with Mephisto to erase his secret identity from the world. It's comic books, man. Yeah, I mean, just got some. Opens up with a great splash page. The Hood versus Wolverine. love Little U art. The hood's interesting. He's a bad guy. He came across this red hood that's magic and gives him demonic powers. And he used his powers to solidify his crime empire. Here it is! That's what I'm talking about right there. This Clint, he's in the shower. This is like one of my favorite panels right there. That's Echo, Maya Lopez. Oh my God. In or out? That's great. I was just talking about that. That's really fun. That's a fun Avengers kind of moment, I think. You know, Avengers there's a team comic. And you have romances, and you have flirtings, and you have quippy things. Ain't that cool? Yeah. Oh, that made me happy. Aw, and this makes me happy too. Like these little character moments, all this stuff that came from Daredevil, like Bendis' time on Daredevil with Alex Maleev, all that Alias on Marvel Max, the Jessica Jones origin, her falling in love with Luke Cage, and her retiring from Alias to be on Pulse. The Pulse being the superhero beat writer of J. Jonah Jameson's Daily Bugle because she's pregnant and she needed the health care. So she retires from being a private investigator, and her and Luke have a baby. Yeah. Really cool stuff. We got to wrap this up for today. We'll finish at the stack tomorrow, which is we have finished another long box. And I took a peek inside. We got 2 remaining long boxes left. They're all DC comics. And one of them, we've already kind of we've prepped it. They've got a lot of bags and boards, and they just need to be put into new boxes. So I need even more boxes. Seriously, I need to maybe about 6 more short boxes. And wow, we're almost done with this part of the show. We've come a long way. I'm really happy with that. It's been we're 10 months into the year. And yeah, I thank you so much for being part of this too. Everyone that shows up every day, and you're part of this conversation. And I'm really, really proud to be part of this and hanging out with you guys every day. Bring a cup of coffee, bring a cup of whatever it is you're putting on your nose today there, pal. Just pull up a chair to our comics coffee table and take a break with us once a day, every day. Hang out, use some escapism, take your mind off your mind, and let's talk about our hobby just for a couple of minutes in our day. Thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to earn your subscription. We put the outrage to the side for a couple of minutes in our day too. We just embrace what we love. And thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you again in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.